Now, my name is Mrinal Pande, and from today onwards, we are going to start with our web applications, which is a vocational subject, your sixth subject. Okay, students. So now, first, before we continue with our actual syllabus, first of all, let us take a look at your syllabus and your curriculum. This is basically the blueprint of your sample question of your question paper. So all of you can see that there are two parts. The first one is your employability skills, which is of 10 marks. You altogether your paper is of 60 marks, and 40 marks for your practicals. So theory paper will be of 60 marks paper. Okay, out of that 60 marks paper, 10 marks are for your employability skills, which is of 10 marks. Then 50 marks are for your subject skills. Now this subject skill depends on the paper which you are studying. Okay, like for example, you are studying web applications, the PCM and PCB students. So for them, the subject skills would be the questions would be from web applications, the technical portion. For marketing students, the commerce students which are taking marketing, they will be attempting the questions of marketing skills. Okay, whatever subject is theirs, they will be studying that subject skills for 50 marks. So they are basically these two parts are there. So last year we had studied only one part, that was the subject skills part, in which I had first in the first unit you had studied about the animations techniques and all. Okay, then after that we have studied about HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript. So that was the subject skills portion which you had studied last year. This year we can't skip this part A, because in your exam both these parts will be coming in the board examinations. Okay, part A as well as part B. So part A comprises of employability skill questions. Okay, so these employability skill questions are not at all not at all difficult. They are actually very easy. But what you have to do, so there is a separate PDF for that. The NCERT PDF is given on the is provided on the CBSE website. I will also be sharing that in the group very soon. Okay, so what I expect all of you to do this is that you have to start studying this employability skills yourself. Okay, because this is what, see, most of the topics here, see, there are 5 units in this employability skills, like communication skills, self management skills, information and communication technology skills. See, in this unit most of the contents are from PowerPoint and Word and Excel. Okay, these 3 units are comprising the most portion of this unit. Then entrepreneurial skills and the green skills. So all these skills are those skills which are required for every individual, whether he or she is studying web applications as a skill subject, or marketing. So these are the skills which are common for everybody. And these skills syllabus is also very simple in the sense that it is a bit lengthy, but most of the content is self-explanatory. Okay, so this content doesn't requires a topic wise explanation in the class. Okay, and it is so lengthy that even if you want to have a topic wise discussion on every topic, then it won't be possible for us. So what I would suggest you to do, that you are having a lot of time these days, so you start studying, you start with one unit like the communication skills unit. You can start and try to cover as much units, devote at least 1 hour every day, 1 or 2 hours every day to on reading this unit. Okay, what is there in communication skills? Most of the topics you will understand very easily. Okay, and then once our school opens, we can devote 1 or 2 periods in a month or in a week on this employability skills. So in this way, what will happen, all of your problems will be solved as soon as the school gets open. Okay, but just now I would like to focus more on the subject skills portion, because this is the portion which you will have faced the most difficulties, because it's a technical portion. Most of the technology and terminologies will be new for all of you. That is why, like last year, I will first start with your subject skills portion, and then and in between also we'll devote some periods for employability skills. Okay, so just now in my upcoming video lectures, I will be discussing the subject skills portion. In the meanwhile, if you find any difficulty in the employability skills portion, like in the first unit, you can post your comment in your WhatsApp group. Okay, and then I will try to resolve your problems in any video lecture. Okay, I will post a video lecture and I will try to explain that topic to you all. Okay, so I would like to all of your cooperation in this matter, because see what is there, this syllabus is quite lengthy. We are having very less periods. Some time has also been lost due to lockdown. So what I would like all of you to do is you start studying employability skills from today itself. I will be sharing the PDF with you all. Okay, and subject skills also I will share the PDF very soon. But what I want you to do is you should be see what is actually I want you to tell you that this your subject unit is also having 4 units. And apart from in these 4 units, one unit which is web scripting in JavaScript. See, this web scripting JavaScript syllabus, most of the topics which were there in your last year syllabus, these are also there in your this year also. And apart from the previous year's topics, some more topics have been added. So it has been enhanced and elaborated this year in class 12. The first units like movie editing tools is actually the syllabus is different this time. Last time you had learned how to create a movie using the animation tools. Okay, we were using various animation tools and techniques for creating a movie. Now in this year in class 12, you will be studying in your first unit, you will be studying about how to edit the movie using different movie editing tools, which are the softwares. Okay, different types of movie editing you will be learning. Then the second unit is another new unit which has been which is there in your syllabus, customizing and embedding multimedia components in web pages. Web pages means HTML pages. So this is also one unit which was not there in last year in class 11 syllabus. So these two units are completely new for you. The first unit is an extension of your animation, but the second unit is new to you all. Then the third unit is actually it is the elaboration of the previous series unit itself. So what I wanted you to do, last year also we had time problems, so your JavaScript syllabus can't be completed on time. So we were able to take up only the first 4 units out of the 8 units which were there in your previous year's syllabus. Okay, so this year what I want to do is I want to start fresh from the first unit itself in your from your class 11 book, because what is there, 8 units are there in your class 11 book, and all these 8 units will be there in this year's for this year's exam also. Okay, so what I want you to do is, first of all, you start with your web scripting, which is given in your class 11 book. Starting from unit 1, I will be revising the 4 units which we had discussed up till loops. We had discussed last year also. Loops was there up till the first 4 units are comprising of basics of JavaScript, then decision making statements, the data types and where operators were there, then decision making statements were there, then loops were there. So these 4 units we had taken up in your last year syllabus also. We had discussed them in class also. But since most of you were busy that time, so I will again start with the first unit. I will again start with the basics of JavaScript so that you can have a good understanding of this unit, and then we will go on to the first units. We will cover in a hurry, means quickly, because this I have discussed last year also. Then from the 5th unit onwards, we will be discussing the subjects in a little bit more detail, and then after we finish all the 8 units from your previous year's book, then we will start with this year's book, because this year's book also you will see that most of the topics which are given in the book, these are from a previous year book only. Okay, most of the topics which were there in last year, they have been repeated this year also. Okay, that's why I want to start from the previous year book. Okay, and then after that we will go on to the this year's book. Okay, so this way, see why I'm doing this, because as you can see here also, see this web scripting, see this was your course structure. Now let us discuss the blueprint of the sample question paper also. See, in your sample question paper, first of all, let us discuss the improbability skills. See, it is of 10 marks, and how out of these 10 marks, see, there are 11 questions will be there. See, first of all, there are 6 questions of 1 mark each, which are totally objective type questions. Okay, and you have to answer any 4 questions out of them. Okay, so these 1 into 4 means 4 marks will be there for these 4 objective type questions. Then there will be 5 questions of 2 marks each, which will be a little bit descriptive type. Okay, out of that you have to attempt any 3 questions. Okay, so total 6 marks and 4 marks. Now these 10 marks are from your employability skills question. Yes, as employability skills portion. So questions, children, these questions will be very easy for all of you. Okay, because you're having the mental ability to understand these things very fast. But what you have to do is you don't have to ignore these chapters at all. Okay, apart from I will starting with your subject skills, you have to carry on studying your employability skills also. Okay, and then whatever problems are there, you can discuss with me in your WhatsApp group also, or even after you start normal classes will resume, then also we can have a discussion on these topics in a summarized manner. Okay, now coming on to part B, which are subject skills. See, there are 10 questions are there objective in your 12 questions are objective in your subject skills also. Okay, which are of 10 marks. You have to attempt any 10 questions from your 12 questions. Okay, now there are 7 questions of 2 marks also. These are of 10 marks. 5 questions, or out of that you have to attempt 5 questions of 2 marks each. Then 7 questions are there of 3 marks each. Then in this way, see what I want to tell you is, see, why am I telling you to study at your study? Why am I starting with this web scripting JavaScript topic? Is it because, see, all of you can see the maximum number of questions, which are, see, total 23 questions are there. 31 questions are there. Okay, out of which you have to answer in 23 questions. Okay, now you can see this from out of all these 4 units, web scripting JavaScript is having the most number of questions, which are 12 questions will be coming from the JavaScript. Okay, now there are 4 types of questions in a question paper: 1 mark questions, objective questions, MCQs, then 2 marks very short answer questions, then short answer questions of 3 marks, and then long or essay type questions of 5 marks. You can see in all these types of questions, the maximum number of questions are being asked from the JavaScript only. Okay, like 5 questions, 5 objective questions will be coming from JavaScript, which is half of the questions which we have to attempt. Then out of these very short answer questions, again out of 7 questions, 2 questions will be there from JavaScript. Then again in these 7 questions, 2 questions will be there from the JavaScript. And again in the long answer question, you can see 3 questions are there from JavaScript. Okay, so now you can see that in the case of long answer questions, you have to attempt any 3 questions along or out of these 5 questions. And you can see that 3 questions are coming from this web scripting or JavaScript unit itself. So you can see that this unit is the most important unit of your syllabus. So I will be starting with this unit from your class 7 syllabus itself, so that you can get a very good understanding of this unit. This is also because this unit is very conceptual. Okay, this JavaScript is very conceptual. It is all programming based. Okay, so unless and until you are having good understanding from the basics, you will not be able to do it properly in your exams also, in your theory as well as practicals. Okay, that is why we'll be starting with your web scripting, and then the other units also I will be covering after we finish this JavaScripting. Okay, maybe after your class 11 syllabus is finished, I may start with your movie editing tools also. It depends on what are the circumstances at that time. Okay, so now let us continue with your so now you can see one more thing, that this your employability skills is comprising of 5 units. Okay, so what you all can do, you can start with your communication skills. I will be sharing the PDF very soon with all of you. You can see that these 1 or 2 questions are there from each of these 5 units. Okay, so you can't have to you can't afford to miss on out on any of these units. All these units are very important, but they are very easy also at the same time, because if you take this slightly and you don't study this topic, then you will be losing very easy 10 marks, and your percentage will also be spoiled. So I will advising you that don't take this employability skills very lightly, although it is easy, but you have to study it also. So start studying. You can start studying from the communication skills communication skills unit, and I will be from now onwards, I will be posting these video lectures on your vocational subject also, and we will be starting with your JavaScript in the next video. Till then, thank you.